Right, hello ladies and token gentlemen. How many people have had a tarot reading? You're too young, aren't you? Yeah, so nearly everyone, yeah? And how many are therapists? And some of you are Reiki? And what else?
I do reflexology, nutrition, homeopathy,
right,
and medical thermography.
Oh God, you're qualified.
I don't know about that.
I'm self-taught on tarot. I started when I was living in Braintree in Essex, just down the road. Wanted to learn meditation when I was 14 and 13, 12. And transcendental meditation was the one in town, so I did that. I started with that. So I did TM for quite a few years and went to Mentor and did the TM cities and stuff. So I've always been interested in meditation and yoga and all these sort of things. I ended up living down in Brighton. And someone said about there's this man, this palmist or something, Indian man. You know, I'm not interested, but you know, and so his cane kept coming into my head. And you know how it is if you live in a tourist town. You don't go to the tourist places, do you? Even though I was kind of living on the seafront. So one day I'm walking down the seafront, bang, there's this place. I live in Harad, oh my God. So I went to see him, and he jumped up and this, and he kind of changed my life and everything else. And this big spiritual transformation happened within my life. And he got me to do into this game. I was never interested in tarot or palms or anything else. So I started off with palms, as you do, because it's easier. People got hands, look at it, lifeline, all that sort of stuff. It's great to do your life story and character. It's not so good if someone wants to know, am I going to find a boyfriend this weekend? Work with palms. Okay. We're finding the level now, aren't we? It's sinking, that's good. You might have to cover your ears up and something. She doesn't understand it, okay? They'll explain to you later, alright, hopefully one right here. So one day I said, so I need to learn the tarot. He said, a very good idea. So he said, get a tarot deck. So I went off and got a tarot deck. I can't remember what one it was, doesn't matter. And he laid out 4 cards, and they're mostly swords. And he looked at them and said, if they're swords, for a woman it's bad. And that was it. Okay, I have to work this out myself. So the next day, I was a professional tarot reader. Well, the lovers, that's love, isn't it? The emperor, that's your father, chariot is travel. You know? That's how I started. And it's sort of between readings, I was reading through the book, and I thought, oh, that's what that card means. Okay, fine, yeah, carrying on like this. And one day I did this amazing reading for this woman, and she was the best reading I've ever had. You know? I thought, wow, fantastic. Cracked it. And after she left, the cards sort of laid out. I thought, I'll just go through the cards. Check. Every single card, the book meaning was wrong. Was right. I was completely wrong on what the cards were. And this started me on this journey that I've been going on for a very long time. Because in tarot, they're looking at the cards, and the meaning is the most important thing. So they learn the meanings, they learn the cards and everything else, and they do the first reading, all goes out of their head. What's wrong with them? And they think they're wrong, and they lose total confidence. Actually, that's the point where they start doing it right. Because the meaning of the book has nothing to do with life. Or what's going on for that person. They're saying, no, I can't remember any cards, what's going on? You know, it's the energy of the cards. And this is what I'm going to talk about this evening a bit. It is actually the energy between any 2 cards or 3 cards, because I read cards in groups of 3 rather than individually. And my challenge at the moment, I'm actually writing a book on the tarot, which will have no definitions in it at all. We've probably about 200 pages of A4 at the moment. It's really done. So this is a book with no tarot meanings in it at all. Complete opposite of what everyone else thinks it is, because it's the energy. If you're a therapist, you know, it's the energy. If you're Reiki, you know, you have to be given the symbol, you have to give permission to use it, then it works. It's the energy, okay? And you use that energy. So it's the energy between the cards, not the cards themselves. And in terms of a reading, it's the energy between the client and the reader, and the cards are something in between. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I want to have a bit of tarot cabaret this evening, and this is always, it's usually best in a pub. Looks much better, believe me. This is a standard 78 deck, so I've got all the bad cards in here. The 9 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the Death card, the Tower card, the 3 of Swords, and a few other ones as well. So they might crop up. And so, if someone gets it, you might be worrying, but what about me? I'm going to sort out all there as well. And Karen here, lovely Karen, this is going to be my assistant for the evening. This is going to be very entertaining because she doesn't know the cards at all. Okay, so she'll be going around, so we'll you know that I don't know you. Karen doesn't know the cards. So we'll just have to see what happens on this one, okay? So, so these are the cards. So who's going to be our first victim, Karen? Tight. Who's going to be brave enough to go first?
I should know that, I should know that.
Okay. Right, so what cards have you got?
Do you want me to show?
Yes, yes. Oh. Oh.
You haven't got 3 swords.
Oh. Yeah, well indeed. So what we have the victory card, the 6 of Wands, victory and success. The Lover's card.
No.
There's the man.
Oh, I should be so lucky.
Hasn't he turned up yet?
No.
Well, well, he could be in the army, probably enough. It's a really positive card. Was it menuniform.com, isn't it, or something?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that was about at all.
Definitely.
So that's really positive. So they're all powerful, energetic cards. This is not like, oh, really nice, have them, but I don't actually go out and meet anyone, sort of thing. You know, these are really positive, fiery cards. So we have to make sure he's taking his vitamin pills when he gets it.
She's all excited now. She thinks she might have a say. Yeah, I might find a mate in here.
Well, there's 2 for starters. One might be taken.
There you go. You're not me too well, that's true.
What have you got?
Oh, that's quite interesting. Just Knight of Swords.
Oh, okay, yes, great.
Right. I've got 3 swords, haven't I?
No. You've got 2 swords. The 4 of Wands, completion in the middle. You have the 2 of Swords, reconciliation. Okay. It's an interesting card, especially talking to reading for women. 4 of Wands. This is actually to completion. It's actually to do with Aries, which is where we are at the moment in the sign. So we haven't got a Taurus yet, have we? We have.
Oh, he's been on a tour.
Yeah, we missed the boat last week.
Happens all the time.
And there's the man. This is actually about you thinking that you want to someone that you want back in your life. But the boats, you missed the boats. What do we got, Karen? Wow. This is a business project. We have the 4 of Discs, okay, which is power, building up something. The 8 of Wands is communication. Faxes, phone calls, emails, meetings, all that stuff. And 5 of Wands is strife. And that's basically being up for a fight to achieve something. Doing 3 at a time. I've been doing it a long time, it helps. So you don't want to change your life at the moment, do you?
Yeah.
Completely and everything.
Yeah.
Good. 4 of Wands, which is again a power card. This is getting your power and control back in your life. Okay. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is good luck and change. With the 8 of Wands again, and that's communication. So you're actively making things happen for yourself, rather than sitting thinking, why is nothing ever happening for me? It's really empowering. This is really, really strong. Good set of cards. We're doing very well. Where's the bad cards? Someone's got to Now, In tarot, people read cards passively. This will happen, that will happen. And the Ten of Swords is about one of the worst cards you can have. It's ruin. It's a bit like an episode of EastEnders, a Christmas Day complete with explosion and murder and everything else. Don't panic.
And they're just next to something else.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's actually positively, dynamically you taking control. It is you breaking things down to create something else. That's good, you see. So, if this card turned up and you wanted a divorce, that would be a really good card. Wow, it's going to happen, you know? We have these ones here. Now, it may be, you have the Hermit at the centre, and you have the Five of Swords defeat as well. So, on the face of it, it looks quite negative. But I think it's actually about a secret plan you have that you're not sure if you can really do it or make it work. Okay? And I think it will work if you stop thinking.
Yeah. Let it go.
Yeah. You know, you walk out the door, did I leave the kettle on? You know? Go back, yeah, the kettle's off. You know, it's the mind that plays tricks. It thinks it knows everything and knows nothing. Do it.
I know what you mean.
Have a look.
Only negative people.
Yeah.
Well, I've no idea what they are.
Oh, that's, I do.
I like
I'll
that
know.
one.
I'll know.
I like that
We
one.
have the Chariot, which is a card of control. It's travel as well. It's wanting to go somewhere.
Always.
The Three of Discs is a business and career card, so, and then you have the Five of Wands again, which is strife. The thing about the fives, the strife card in particular, it's thinking there'll be a fight, but not doing enough about it to make sure there isn't a fight. Okay? So, but actually, if you get on and do it, you'll be fine. So this could be thinking that you could see this as wanting, you know, superficially you could say, well, that's you wanting to be an air hostess, but wanting whether you want to do something travel or some business thing. And I think it'll go really well for you because you've got the energy and drive to do it. And it should work really well.
Great.
Someone's leaving. Something said. What cards have you picked? This is the art card. It's a really lovely card for learning new things in life. Okay, very good for study and being successful. Right? And part of you is really excited, and the other part is thinking, oh, do I really want to do it? Yeah?
Secondary school.
Secondary school, is it? Oh my, you'll be fine, you do really well. Hopefully you become school head girl or whatever have you like that. There must be something like that.
She'll be alright, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, are you going to leave your mum? That's horrible.
She keeps saying to me, don't get upset, but when I go to secondary school.
You'll do really well, you know? Everyone's a bit nervous about things, but that's probably picking up on other people's stuff as well too, you see. You'll be fine.
I'll take that one because it was coming out with it for some reason.
Okay, do you know anything about tarot? No. We had this card again before, haven't we? The Ten of Swords.
It's been out a couple of times.
Hmm?
How many times has that been out? Three?
Two
times.
times.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
What was it? I thought someone did it over there.
You also have the Ten of Cups as well, satiety. This is a really nice card. It kind of all's right with the world, okay? And this one's a complete disaster. In the middle is a man. It could be that way around. But it's a kind of hopes and fears thing. As to what you want to about this person anyway. You see. So it's in your choice to make it the hope rather than the fear. You see. Maybe he's a bit scared of you. I don't know. But anyway, it's not a bad picture actually. It's almost, with the Thames you come to an end of a cycle as well, so maybe you're looking towards starting a new thing in your life as well, and kind of wondering whether it could work or didn't work or should work and things like that, but time to move on at the same time too, you see. So, last bit. Yeah, that's it. Three Earth cards, very practical, very dynamic. The Ten of Coins is technically the last card of the tarot deck, along with the Princess of Discs. They're both discs. The Ten of Coins is wealth, and it's the kind of payoff card. It's a sign that you get what you want. Okay.
Like the sound of that.
Yeah. Nice. Make sure it's what you want to get. You know. The Princess of Discs is the one on brink of change. She's transforming her life. Okay. And you have the Queen of Discs there. It's a practical, hard-working woman. So the things that you've been working on to achieve those things, it look like you should do them.
That's good. Yeah.
So I can see some class to get back, you know, there's not all of them do. Okay, right. So what we have, the Ace of Discs, New Beginnings, the Three of Swords, Sorrow. That can be illness as well, the Three of Swords, loss, all that kind of stuff, and the Knight of Discs. Now this is the problem with doing 3 cards, because there's not quite enough information really to kind of make things work out. So this could be that this man has been ill, he's going to get better. It could be that you don't want him in your life. It could be he doesn't want you in your life. You know, there's various, it all depends actually on how other things were going on.
Yeah.
All of the 3 on yeah?
Sense.
Oh, okay, right. So there you are, see, you know, and it just, there's layers of meaning to a reading. You know, it starts off with one, and then you look at the cards again, and other things crop up, and look through them again, and other things pop up, and all the rest of it.
So as you fine tune it, do you?
Yeah, you just have to sort of see where things are going and all the rest of it. So, you know, really bad card, but it doesn't seem that bad, does it, actually? Nah, it could be a healing card as well, you see. He'll live.
I do these too, you know.
Do you?
Oh,
Oh, right.
But I haven't done them for a long time.
It's like falling off a bike, you get back on.
I've been busy doing other stuff, you see.
That's alright. Have you noticed, sometimes when you get this kind of good and bad thing, it's how people feel. They really want to do it, but oh, it might fail. They really want to do it, but oh, it might fail. You know, this sort of toing and froing in the mind. It's the mind that does it. Because the mind doesn't know anything, and the mind that finds problems. And then you go with the problems, and then you give up. Nothing's changed. It's just the mind did it. That's what you have here. The Star of Hope is a brilliant card. It means your dreams come true, basically. The Happiness card is a kind of state of happiness. Wonderful. But then there's the doubts creep in.
Yeah, get rid of that one.
Fair enough. Utility. What's the point? You know, it's a kind. You do it because you want to. You know, you don't have to justify it to me or anyone else, do you? You know, it's if you want to do it, do it. You see, and that's the way it is. This could well reflect on something that happened in February for you as well, too. Card. I once did this reading for this lady in Camden Market. She was 50-something, French, that high, twin set and pearls, horn-rimmed glasses, you know, like this. So I want to know about this man I have met. Okay. I'm desperately not trying to talk about sex. Okay, because it just doesn't seem right. So, and the reading is sort of not really going to, please tell me about this man. What is he going to be like? In my best French accent. And they said, can I pick a card? Okay, pick a card. And she picked it out, and it was a devil card.
Yeah.
What is this? I said, well, it means bondage. Oh, mercy, thank you very much. Very right. Explain when you're older. True story. He was very, very happy. Just shows you the devil card isn't all bad, you see. Well, that's an Anne Summers quote. Okay, two. This is you thinking about business or a job. It's really very, very good. Go for it. You have the Six of Discs, which is success, and the Three of Wands is an idea for a business of things, and the Ace of Swords his ideas and stuff. You have to put it into practice. If you think about it too much, you give up. Okay? So it looks very, very successful for you. So let's hope we made lots and lots of money.
Cool. Does that mean something to you? Does it really?
Yeah, a
Does
little
it?
bit.
So we have the Princess of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Wands.
Nice Carol, that's weird, isn't it?
Voice over my shoulder, it's changed.
It's the ones.
Huh?
It's the ones.
The Wands, yeah, it's a very powerful time and creative time to do things, especially for men.
Oh, that's
He's going to make you feel, you know, 5 years younger, you'll feel at least 20. Okay.
She's already 5 years younger. Overnight.
It's the man you feel, isn't it?
It's funny, we parked up today in the car park. Carol got picked up by this great big Scotch guy.
Yeah?
She had all her carrier bags, all her biscuits and things.
So he went like,
Picked her up, wanted to know where she was, did she go out?
swept me off my feet.
really?
Holiday hands.
Okay. I've got tricky cards for you. The Tower.
Yeah.
The Hangman.
Yeah.
The Five of Wands. Well, the thing about the Tower, if the Tower represents things that have gone wrong in the past usually. It's a kind of post-traumatic stress disorder thing. You don't want things to happen again. And the Hangman is about sacrifice and loss. Okay, so it's something about overcoming whatever obstacles there may have been in your past to achieve all those things.
Many.
Yeah. And you will. It's yeah, it's best not to go backwards and think about it.
Don't worry about that.
See, it's always the ones that are most radiant and lovely, the ones with the biggest worries and stuff. I once did this reading for this lady, just to finish off, and on a cheerful note, not at all cheerful, but anyway, because you want a good readings, you see, and sometimes, I'll give you an example of how a reading may not be as, it's actually okay. I once did this reading for this lady, and she walked in, and she's 50-something, that's my age now. Yeah, what happened? And she sat down like a cat, didn't have a care in the world. And I said to her, I feel I've got to talk to you about death. And she said, yes, my son committed suicide 3 months ago. I'm a man. What can I say to a woman who's lost, well, he's like 40 or 30 or something like that, you know. But she just wanted now, just for the next 6 months. Just for the next 6 months, nothing bad was going to happen. You know? So we do bad stuff as well. Fortunately, that hasn't come in these readings. But it's you know, we're never getting anything we can't cope with. We're never getting anything that's too much for us. We take on stuff that's not ours. People do that all the time. You know, so it's you know, don't carry the baggage of everybody else, because it means you're just creating a bigger burden for them down the line. Because sometimes I have to pick it up, and it's probably bigger for them. So you know, you help people, but don't take it on for God's sake. It's bad enough. I didn't know things went like that. That's a bit maudlin, wasn't it? I love reading tarot cards and helping, but it is the energy of the cards, really, and how the whole thing puts together, rather than the individual cards and the meanings, because people think it's the meanings and it's not, and the meanings go out of their heads and they think they've done something wrong. They haven't. You have to read cards in groups of 3 or something like this, and then you find the energy flows between the cards. And as you speak, the energy transforms. And very often they start seeing a bigger picture of where they can go in their life and how they can change things and make more interesting things go on. And it gets more empowering and they start wanting to do things rather than, oh, what's going to happen to me? You're women, you know, if you want something done, get on with it. Yeah, there you are. Well, I hope you enjoyed that anyway. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.